motion will stay in motion unless it is acted upon by an unbalanced force. This is an example of an unbalanced force because the basketball is in motion rolling down the ramp and is stopped by the mud and the grass, which is the unbalanced force. The second example of the first law of motion. This is an example of the first law of motion because the ball is in motion rolling down the ramp and is stopped by the fence, which is the unbalanced force. Motion. The force of an object is equal to its mass times acceleration, which means you need more force to push something lower than something that has more mass. That was an example of the second law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, because it takes less force to push the little tiny toy car than it does to push the actual car. Second example of Newton's second law of motion. Okay. I'm gonna go something. This was an example of Newton's second law of motion because it takes more force to hit a softball than it does to hit a ping pong ball. Okay. Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay. Turn it off. This is an example of Newton's third law of motion because the force of the water coming out of the hose that way, you pushed me back a little bit this way. Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. This is an example of Newton's third law of motion because I was sitting on this end, and when my sister sat on the other end, I went up while she went down, so it was opposite reaction.